Good morning, folks. Welcome to Bayou Jamb. I'm Cory Crowe. I'll be your MC for the first half of today, and we're so glad you're with us. For our members of the media who are here today, thank you for being with us as well. And we want to remind everybody this is Media Day. The media is going to ask some questions. We're going to have a chance to meet all of our coaches and our players, and encourage you to hang out with us and enjoy today. Good morning and welcome. I'll be the guy you hear in the stadium all week long. I'm the PA announcer out at ULM too, and so you'll have to put up with me all day. I'm Cory Crowe. I'm the news director at KEDM Public Radio at the University of Louisiana, Monroe. I'm also the announcer for ULM and do some ESPN Plus stuff. And before I get too far, I want to tell everyone that today's event is being streamed at KEDM.org. Also, you'll be able to go back and watch the event after the fact, KEDM.org, and it'll be up there as long as YouTube cooperates with us today. To get things started off, we're going to get things started off on the right foot. You've heard of the designated player in baseball. It's time for today's designated prayer. It's Jeff Fitzgerald, director of the FCA. He's going to lead us today in prayer.
I can tell by this crew right here, they need the prayers and I need to practice, so especially down there on the end, Coach Collins, we got you, buddy. All right. Lord, I just come to you, Father. I thank you for your grace and your mercy, Lord. I thank you for these men, Lord, and just the sacrifices that they make. Father, I thank you for the lives that they pour into in these young guys and teaching them what it looks like to be a man. And Father, we thank you for this sport of football that just lets us to put the abilities that you've given us on display. And I just pray that at every move that these men makes, Lord, it just glorifies you and honors you. And we thank you for that you made that ultimate sacrifice. Father, I thank you, Jesus, that you love us, Lord, and you just let us compete. You put that warrior spirit in us, Lord, and we thank you for that. I pray for a hedge of protection around all these guys as they compete. I pray that, Lord, you just guard their steps, their thoughts, their speech, their actions. Lord, and I just pray that they glorify you in everything they do. We just love you and praise you. And it's in Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Well, can you believe it? It's football season again. It's Bayou Jamb, and it's our 19th Media Day. And it's amazing to see how this simple press conference has grown into a week-long football tradition. We started back in 2006 with 3 games and 6 teams. And now we've grown to 8 games and 16 teams. We even had a guy last year from New Orleans? He said, I just wanted to come and see how you guys get 8 games done in 2 days. He didn't think we could do it. But here we are, and your support and dedication are the driving force behind Bayou Jamb. We couldn't be here without our sponsors, and we've got an army of volunteers that works all year long to pull this thing off. We've got an exciting lineup this year of athletes and coaches and special guests who are with us today to kick off the season. And so we're going to dive into all things football today because this is where the season truly begins. Now, we can't do this without our sponsors and our friends who make this possible. And before we get into action, we want to recognize the incredible support that makes Bayou Jamb possible each and every year. A huge thank you to our title sponsors, Gordon McKernan, injury attorney, Origin Bank, AT&T, Hargrove Roofing and Construction, and today's Media Day presenting sponsor, Ouachita Valley Federal Credit Union. Your commitment not only brings this event to life, but it also ensures that 100% of the ticket sales stay with our high schools. And if you don't know that, all the ticket money goes back to the high schools. It has since the beginning. The sponsors help with defraying the expenses that pop up with Bayou Jamb. It's an expensive operation, too, and we'll talk about that in just a bit. We've got some special guests that'll be with us today. Right now, the mayor of Monroe is meeting with Senator Cassidy. He'll roll in a bit. ULM President Dr. Carrie Castile meeting with Senator Cassidy. She's probably going to roll in just a bit. And we also have our Lifetime Achievement Award recipient, Coach Jason Thompson, and our special co-host today, Joey Pender. And so we're going to hear from them in just a bit. Thank you all for joining us today to celebrate the start of the 2025 football season. At this time, I'd like to welcome Patty Thurman. She's the driving force behind all this. She's the owner and director of Bayou Jamb. Patty Thurman.
Good morning. Thank you all for being here. It's a loud stage or I'm a hard walker. I want to start off by thanking, of course, all the sponsors. You're going to get thanked so many times, but I also want to thank the coaches and the schools, the principals for participating in Bayou Jamb. Without you, this would not be possible. Of course, I also want to thank you for all the support that you give me. Every coach up here works really, really hard, and they give me a ton of support, so I'm very appreciative of that. But I really want to shine a light today on the volunteers. I don't think our community could possibly comprehend what this team of committee and volunteers do. There's almost 200 of them, and there are 30 committee chairs and co-chairs that work tirelessly throughout the year. They meet on every Friday, and this is their vision as much as it is mine or anybody else's. From literally bringing in 600 pounds of ice, we bring in the down marker chains, the pylons, the radios, the golf carts, the team to execute the banners, everything that you can imagine that it takes to operate a football game. When you see it happen from officials, the professional voice, the experience that you get if you're listening to the game, Cory Crowe, all of that is volunteers that are taking their time literally from 5 o'clock that morning, and they set up throughout the day till we kick off that night. So if you can imagine a college doing that same thing, that team does it in 6 hours, and it's very impressive. So the very first thing that I want to do is give our volunteers and our committee chairs, because they're all here with us. If you're a volunteer or committee chair, if you'll stand, and we'll give you a round of applause. I would take them and I would go to any stadium and I would execute a football game any day of the week. They're amazing. So if you see them in a red shirt that day, make sure you thank them for their service, what they are doing for not only your community and the proceeds going back to your athletic program, but personally for your student athlete if you have one that is playing. The next thing that I want to do is I just want to tell each one of you that are players that are here with us today how appreciative I am of you, because you make this event what it is. What you do and the sacrifice that you make getting out there on that field is huge, and it's our entertainment, and we love high school football. And I'll just tell you, do not let a single moment pass without really taking it to heart and taking it all in. You deserve this, and this is all for you. So congratulations and thank you.
We've got a plan. It's all blown up now. But anyway, it's going to be okay. We're about to finagle some stuff. We're going to move on because we're going to meet some cool people. We're going to meet them later because they're smoozing with the senator right now, trying to get some money. We're going to meet our media sponsors. And again, we can't do this without all of our sponsors that make this possible every year. The success of Bayou Jamb is built on a foundation of hard work, community spirit, and corporate sponsorship. Every year, our sponsors help keep this the largest and the longest running high school football jamboree in the state of Louisiana. Each sponsor's contribution ensures that all the ticket proceeds go back to the schools, and that has an immeasurable impact on the schools. I'd like to spotlight Ouachita Valley Federal Credit Union. They're today's Media Day presenting sponsor. Their mission is to create supportive community, and it's evident in their unwavering support of events like Bayou Jamb. Let's welcome Jamie Walker, Senior Vice President, to say a few words.
We're not cool people, I don't guess. But yeah, thank you for having us. On behalf of the membership and board and staff of Ouachita Valley, it's an absolute honor for us to be able to do this. You know, high school athletics in our area brings the community together more than anything else, more than any other event we feel. So it is our honor to be able to give back just a little piece of this. You know, athletics builds character, builds leadership, which are things that we hold dear at Ouachita Valley. That's what builds our community. So to these guys that are behind me, good luck, guys. We look forward to rooting you on. You guys are competing. We respect that, but what we see is leadership building, and that's what's exciting to us. Thank you.
Again, it takes a lot of folks to pull this off. We want to thank our sponsors. Representing our title sponsors today is Matt Adams. He's the Director of External Affairs at AT&T, and Matt's going to come say a few words to us.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Good morning. I got to tell you, I'm a Neville Tiger, but when I walked in this room, I started instinctively sweating because I saw several coaches that have just made me run an incalculable number of laps. So if you see me sweating a little bit, that's what that is. But in all seriousness, look, AT&T is proud to sponsor this year's Bayou Jamboree. It's an event that celebrates high school football community in the spirit of Northeast Louisiana. We know events like this bring people together, and connectivity is a big part of that story. AT&T's investments across the state are about helping Louisianians connect with each other, their schools, their businesses, and their communities. And I remember something that was in our weight room at Neville. It said, be proud but never satisfied. And that's how we feel about our networks. And I'll tell you, over the past 5 years, AT&T has invested more than $2.2 billion in Louisiana to expand our networks. That's deploying 3.3 million miles worth of strand fiber, bringing AT&T fiber to more than 770,000 locations across the state and extending our 5G and FirstNet wireless network. Behind those investments is our team of more than 2,800 AT&T employees across Louisiana. These are technicians, engineers, and customer service reps who live here, work here, and keep our neighbors connected. Actually, right here in Monroe, we've launched a public-private partnership with the city of Monroe to build fiber throughout the entire city. And it's not just about faster internet, it's about fueling economic growth, supporting schools, and opening new opportunities for families and businesses in Northeast Louisiana. I'll tell you, we're also working to close the digital divide by giving kids the tools they need to succeed in school and in life, whether that's distributing laptops or backpacks to students in need, supporting our local nonprofits, or bolstering our local higher education institutions. And so, look, AT&T's commitment is simple. Invest in Louisiana, connect communities, and create opportunity. We're working every day to make sure Louisiana has the connectivity it needs to thrive. I thank you, and good luck to everyone.
Thank you, Matt. At this time, I'd like to bring up Jonathan Kennedy. He's the branch president of Hargrove Roofing and Construction.
Thank y'all for having me. I try not to be as loud as Miss Patty walking on the stage, and then my boots make some noise. So, what an incredible event to be a part of, and what an honor it is to sponsor this event. I think Bayou Jamb started in 2006. I was still in high school when that happened. So, for it to be here for almost 20 years, it's incredibly impressive. And I commend everybody that's been a part of that to really make this thing happen. So, to the players, I mean, you guys are doing a remarkable job on the field. Just take what these coaches have to say about, like Mr. Walker said, your leadership and your teamwork abilities and your discipline, and really carry it on into your lives, because it's a great teachings that will take you very far in life, that have led to a lot of my personal success growing up in the athletic program at West Monroe. So I invite everybody to come out to our tailgate. We'll be giving away free food for both days, on Friday and Saturday, and really get to know who's on your roof. So thank you guys for having me.
Thank you, Jonathan. At this time, we would like to bring up Mark White, an attorney at Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys.
Good morning. Thank y'all for having us. We're excited to be back for our second year. Man, memories that last a lifetime. I remember I was sweating too when I walked in. I saw D-Mike down there, and I remember 2002. Coach Fitchy knows what I'm talking about. Heads up with D. I'm a much better attorney than I was football player, okay? So D-Mike showed us that. But I couldn't be more proud to be here. It brings back a lot of memories. I remember 1997 being a ball boy. Drew Vadrine was the quarterback. We were playing in the state championship, Oak Grove. And now his son Luke's here. I mean, memories that last a lifetime. And when they came to us and they were like, hey, this is your marketing budget every year. Where do you want to do it? And I was like, we need to do it at Bayou Jamb. And they were like, well, how important is it? I was like, ain't nothing more important than football Friday nights in North Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? So we're happy to be here. We're excited. Congratulations, guys, for being chosen to be up here. As the elder Coach Vadrine would have said, do your job, control what you can control. And as my boss, Gordon McKernan, would say, get it done. All right?
No, not yet. It says it's Mickey McCarty. And I don't see Mickey here. All right. We're going to welcome Rick Gio up, commercial relationship banker at Origin Bank.
Nothing like coming out of the bullpen for Mickey. Mickey's got COVID. He texted me last night, said they may call you up, pinch hit for me. But this is year 10 for Origin Bank, and we are so proud to be a part of this event. In the days of budget cuts and every cost going up, everything being more expensive, for an event to have all the sale proceeds go back to football programs, that's a big deal. That's a big deal, and we're so proud to be a part of that. This is year 10, like I said. Origin Bank's purpose, it's our stated purpose, is to enrich the lives of people in our community. And there's not a better event, not a better partnership than Bayou Jamb. So again, that's why we've been here for 10 years. I've got two ladies. There's Linda back there taking a picture, and Molly right here. We have 63 volunteers that'll be deployed all week, specifically Friday and Saturday for the most part, but 63 people at Origin Bank will show up and volunteer this year. Those two ladies run that for us, and we're so proud of them, thankful for their effort. That's what they do on the side, not to mention their other job. But again, we're so thankful to be here. Thank you, Patty. Always do a great job. Players, soak it in. Coaches, best of luck to you. And Billy, I'm going to say it, but go Rebels. Thank you.
Great job coming out of the bullpen. Also in the bullpen today, Kimberly Essex. She'll represent the city of Monroe today. Mayor Friday Ellis may be with us here in just a bit, but it's our pleasure to introduce Kimberly, and she's going to deliver a proclamation from the city of Monroe. And thank you for the city for the great room and getting involved this year again.
All right. Good morning. How are y'all? So working for Mayor Ellis is a joy, and sometimes his schedule changes at the last minute, so that's what we're here for. So he does want to wish all you guys up here a huge congrats, have fun, just be you and go out there and do your job. So this week, of Monday, August 25th through Saturday, August 30th of 2025, Bayou Jamb Fan Week marks the 19th year of the largest football event in Northeast Louisiana. And whereas this year, Bayou Jamb will be hosting 16 outstanding high schools, including Delhi Charter versus Jonesboro Hodge, Richwood versus Mangum, Ruston versus Neville, Cedar Creek versus Darbon Woods, St. Fred's versus OCS, Gina versus Washita, Oak Grove versus West Washita, and Evangel versus West Monroe are all sure to fill University of Louisiana at Monroe's Malone Stadium with 2 days of competitive matchups during Bayou Jamb 2025 on Friday, August 29th and Saturday, August 30th. So whereas the coaches and players of each participating school, in addition to the 200 Bayou Jamb volunteers, have dedicated themselves tirelessly preparation with practices and strategies aimed at achieving success in the spirit of their fair competition, the fans representing the heart and soul of this game, bringing their unwavering support, energy, and enthusiasm to the stands, fostering an atmosphere of excitement and camaraderie that enhances the full experience for all. Now, therefore, I, Friday Ellis, Mayor of the City of Monroe, Louisiana, on behalf of the Monroe City Council and our citizens, deem it a pleasure and a privilege to hereby proclaim Monroe August 25th through Saturday, August 30th of 2025 as Bayou Jamb Week, the blueprint, the standard, proclaimed on this day, the 25th of August, 2025. Thank y'all for all that y'all do.
Thank you, Kimberly, and thanks to the staff of the Civic Center here. David and Tim did a great job getting us set up this year, and we appreciate the city jumping in and helping out. At this time, I'd like to introduce Tyler Flemister. He's a board member of the Tarver Braddock Foundation, and he has a very special presentation.
Thank you, Cory. Good afternoon, everyone. As Cory mentioned, my name is Tyler Flemister, and I am here on behalf of the Tarver Braddock Foundation. It is definitely an exciting day here at Bayou Jamb Media Day, and we have something very special to share with all of you that only a few know about. So this year, the Tarver Braddock Foundation is proud to partner with Bayou Jamb to present the Legacy of Leadership Scholarships. These scholarships are being given in honor of Tarver Braddock, a young man whose life left a lasting mark on everyone who knew him. Tarver was more than just a football player. He was a leader, a motivator, a source of hype for his team, an example of true sportsmanship for both on and off the field. In his memory, the Tarver Braddock Foundation works to inspire and support young athletes who reflect those same qualities: leadership, positivity, and a genuine love for their team. This year, together with Bayou Jamb, we are awarding 16 $250 scholarships to athletes participating in this year's games. Now, here's the best part. These players have no idea that they were chosen for this honor. Each one was handpicked by their head coach as someone who leads with heart, lifts up their teammates, and represents their school with pride. All right, guys, so when you hear your name, we're going to walk over there, and you're going to go meet up with Brett, Tarver's father, and take a quick picture and receive your scholarship. And then you can just walk around and come take your seat, okay? All right, and let's hold our applause to the very end. All right, from Delhi Charter, Preston Palamas. From Jonesboro Hodge, Marquise Baker. From Richwood, Achilles Greer. From Mangum, Willie Randolph. From Ruston, Lander Smith. From West Monroe High School, Brody Thurman. From Neville, Van Martinez. From Cedar Creek, Blake Robinson. From Darbone Woods, Noah Vocker. From St. Frederick's, Owen O'Neill. From OCS, Michael Mosher. From Gina, Cale Parker. From Ouachita, Orlando O.D. Fremont. From Oak Grove, Peyton Spears. From West Ouachita, Gavin Yerger. He's got strep throat. Okay. Well, hopefully he's better by this weekend. And lastly, from Evangel, Damari Drape. Again, congratulations on behalf of the Tarver Braddock Foundation. Best of luck to you guys this weekend.
Great job, Tyler. Thank you guys for doing that. One of our most cherished traditions at Bayou Jamb is recognizing our outstanding coaches who've left an indelible mark on their players, their schools, and their communities. This year, we're proud to induct two legends into the Hall of Fame, Coach Jason Thompson and Coach Casey Sanders. Coach Sanders couldn't be with us today. He's spending the week and weekend with his 4 boys and 10 grandchildren in Chattanooga, Tennessee. He did send some words today. He says, "I'm honored to receive the Bayou Jamb Lifetime Achievement Award and would like to thank the Bayou Jamb organization, my fellow coaches that voted me into the select group, the community of West Monroe, and my former West Monroe High School athletes. I treasure the time I spent at West Monroe High School, the relationships I've formed, and the athletes' lives that I was able to positively impact." Folks, let's give a round of applause, even though he's not here with us today, for Coach Sanders and his incredible legacy. The next Lifetime Achievement Award to be recognized this year is Coach Jason Thompson. He's here with us today, and he'll be honored on the field during halftime of the Evangel West Monroe game. Coach, we're truly honored to have you with us. Please join me at the podium. Come up and say a few words today.
Thank you. I appreciate you. And Patty, before I get started, just thank you for what you do with this event. I remember this as a coach. I remember this being a big deal for both our players and our coaches. And I can tell you everything that's been said here today is the truth. I go all the way back to, our time, the minute we got off the bus, there were the volunteers that she was speaking of a while ago there waiting to greet you. All the way up until the game time was over and the time you got back on the bus. So, Patty, I appreciate you. I know this is an event these guys will remember for a long, long time. I certainly remember it in my time as a coach. And again, I just thank you for all you've done to pull this event off. I'm not going to be up here long, and I did have some things written here that I was going to talk about today, and I'll still talk about some of them. But I knew I was in trouble when I walked in. And there was Joey Pender and Ryan Gregory waiting on me as soon as I walked in the door. And Coach Pender walked up to me and said, "No matter what happens or is said here today, we're still going to be friends, right?" So I'm going to be nice up here today, and I'm not going to throw any stones because I know most of these coaches up here, and more importantly, they know me and know some of my past. So I'm going to be real nice up here today and not say too much. But, man, I can tell you this. When Patty called me with to tell me about this award Humbled was just the first word that came to mind. I think I was on my way back from a school. I was visiting a school. I'm currently the personnel director for the Ouachita Parish School System, and I was on my way back from a school. And if I'm being honest, when I got the phone call, I really thought she was calling to tell me that one of our district coaches maybe had gotten crossways with her, if I'm being honest. D. Mike, I thought it may have been you, my man. Well, by the way, I walked in a while ago and I said, Dad, gum, D. Mike. I was feeling on his arms. I said, what in the world? How many days a week you working out? And he said, no, it ain't nothing but zebra cakes. I said, well, I like zebra cakes too, and it ain't having the same effect on me. So I need to know where you getting them zebra cakes from. But again, I thought she was calling me to tell me that there was an issue with one of our coaches and she needed some help. So when she told me what it was really about, humbled and honored are the first two words that came to mind. I told Aaron Dietrich a while ago, cool is another word too, because I had her remind me as to who voted on this. And once she told me it was my peers, again, cool is a word that came to mind because it really is something pretty neat to be recognized by your peers. We certainly don't get into this profession to be recognized or for awards, but really cool is just something that comes to mind. And I'll leave you with this. I got home later that day after having time to think about it. I'd not even told my wife yet about it. And I think I called Patty back and I said, Patty, is there somewhere I can go find a list of the coaches that have been recognized prior? And a lot of them I remembered. But when I got to looking at that list and I came across names like Charlie Brown, Pat Collins, Mickey McCarty, and Dale Ashley, all of which I either had the pleasure to work with or for, it became really even more cool because of all the things that I got to learn from each and every one of them. And I'm not going to share a lot of stories with you. I've got a really good one about Coach Charlie Brown and Jeff Tannehill. Jeff was my secondary coach during my time as a defensive coordinator at Neville. I won't go into that for time purposes, but I learned organization from Pat Collins. I learned real quick when that horn sounded, Mike, you know this, when that horn sounds, you better go to the next drill, right? I remember as a young wide receiver coach throwing a pass shortly after the horn sounded to go to the next drill. And I threw another pass or two, and I got my butt chewed out pretty quick. By God, when that bell rings, that horn rings, you go to the next drill. Yes, sir. And that's what I did. So I learned organization from him. Mickey McCarty, I learned preparation. And again, and I'm leaving a lot of things out that I wanted to say, but here's the one thing, the biggest thing that I took away from Mickey. Preparation. Whether we were playing an 0-8 team or we were on the Superdome 4 playing Edna Carr, the preparation was all the same. It didn't matter who you were playing. The preparation was always going to be the same because it was more about, at that time, it was more about the Neville Tigers and less about who you were playing. And I learned that with him, and I'll forever be grateful for that. And I also learned from him that, it's not about the here and now that we're preparing for. It's about November and December. You remember that, Robert? So it was some good times, and I appreciate Mickey for that. And finally, Dale Ashley. Dale Ashley gave me my first head coaching job, or my only head coaching job. And I'll be forever grateful for him. I learned demeanor and calmness from him. I've said this before. I think you could go to him in his office and tell him there was a Martian just landed out on the football field, and his demeanor would be the same. And he'd, probably ask you, well, what they want? You go talk to him? His demeanor was always the same, and I appreciate that. I still try to be that way now. Even when those wheels are turning inside, I still try to keep that same calm demeanor that I learned from him. So I appreciate all those guys. I wish they were here today to hug their neck. I think I'll see some of them probably this weekend. But in closing, I'll say this to you coaches, and this is encouragement to you. I think God has you right where you need to be right now, involved in young men's lives, being a mentor to them. I know looking back, once I got out of coaching, I learned a lot more when I got out about the number of lives that I impacted and the kids that are still in touch with me now to this day. So the grind's about to set in, you know that. But remember, God's got you right where you are. I ask that you embrace it. Remember the good times, the ups and the downs, and the good and the bad, and players, same things with you, because soon enough it's going to be over. And Remember the competing, enjoy that, enjoy watching boys grow into men, and most importantly, enjoy the camaraderie of each other, because that's the part you'll probably miss the most. I know that's the case with me. So appreciate what you all do. Thank you again to everybody that was involved in me being able to take advantage of this opportunity, and good luck to each and every one of you this season. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Coach. Want to remind you that Bayou Jamb Week is a lot more than just football. There are a lot of things going on this week, and I just want to give you a sort of a quick overview of what's happening. By the way, we've got a great website, BayouJamb.com. You can go to the App Store. You can download the Bayou Jamb app. That'll tell you everything that's happening during the week. And let me start with this. We're at Media Day today. When we get done, a couple of quick house notes, too. Media, please ask questions. We'll bring up the coach. We'll bring up some players. Ask your questions away. We'll also make the coaches available for one-on-ones when we get done in just a moment. Our players are going to eat, and then they got to get back to class here after a while. Tomorrow is the Taste of the Tailgate. It's directly behind us, right across the hallway here at the Monroe Convention Center, the Abe Pierce Convention Center. That begins at 11 a.m. I believe there's about 30 restaurants involved in that, and you can give them $12 and you can eat at all 30 of those places. They'll have a sampling of food tomorrow, so maybe that's a good lunch plan for you. The Bayou Business Blitz, 4 p.m. tomorrow. That's the Monroe Chamber of Commerce, and we appreciate that new event that connects our sponsors and local businesses, and they'll have a chance to learn about our student athletes and their impact on the community. Every year, our players go out on what we call the Character Counts Tour. This year, something very special. They're going to learn about, with students, about the importance of maintaining healthy relationships on and off the field. They're going to go out and mentor local students and talk about character, talk about choices, and talk about champions. And so they'll be doing that on Wednesday in the community. Also, the Salute to Service event where we'll be with the Blue Star Mothers and participating with ROTC students on the steps of VFW Post 1809, and we'll have a moment to recognize those who support our nation, our nation's heroes. When we get to Thursday, just a quick note, I'll give a plug to ULM. They're going to play football on Thursday night in Malone Stadium, and we appreciate them because they're going to have to hustle, get all their stuff out of the way because we're coming in at 6 o'clock on Friday morning, so they'll have a hurried week. It works out well for them. The students will be heading out for Labor Day weekend, so they're going to play on Thursday night. Bayou Jamb begins with events all day long on Friday and Saturday. Don't forget about Champion Square Village all weekend. That opens at 3 p.m., and it's a chance to come out and enjoy entertainment, experience some activities for the entire family, and then the Fan Jamb tailgate is going on all weekend as well before your games. All that's going on in the Grove area at ULM, so look for that. If you don't know where to go, the Bayou Jamb app will tell you everything you need to know. All right, coaches, everything you need is in your little bag. Stick around. When we get done, we've got some housekeeping to take care of with you guys. Players, don't forget to take your bags with you. Media, make sure you get your media passes today or you're not going to be able to get in on game day. All right, so make sure you get those before you leave. And at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Joey Pender. Coach Pender will lead our introduction of our coaches and our Q&A session with our coaches and our players. Again, ask plenty of questions. Each coach today will introduce their players, share their thoughts, and answer questions today from the media. Coaches, I'll get you to come up when he introduces you. Come to the podium. Bring your guys with you behind you. Coach, I'm going to give you that wireless microphone. Thank you. Let's have a great Bayou Jamb.
I told several of these coaches up here today that I'm going to try to be nice. It's going to be hard with some of these guys, right, Mike Collins? It all starts with being a head coach. These guys that are sitting left and right of me, we ought to give Patty Thurman a big caps off for the organization that she does in this. She's a heck of a head coach. I see a couple of my guys I do radio with, Gene Pawnee, Clay Parker, and we're gonna be on 2 radio stations this year. Isn't that right, Clay? And 101.9 and 104. I'm gonna have to start introducing coaches, and Patty's supposed to left me a list up here. You'll get some help here in a minute. There it is. You see these coaches volunteering things. They're gonna get something here in just a minute. The first coach I'm gonna introduce is from Delhi Charter, Coach Ridgway.
First of all, I'd like to thank Ms. Thurman. I know that she said that she didn't really need the recognition, but it's a big deal, us being our first time here. And so literally without her and the rest of the Bayou Jamb committee, I wouldn't be standing here and my players would not be standing here. I'd like to take a second to introduce the kids that we brought. Senior Preston Paul Hamus on my left, and on my right, junior Taven Carter. I guess I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to say right now, first time around. I will say this, I walked in here and I saw this. This is an amazing event. And I was talking to Coach DeMoss before, and I said, well, I hope I don't have to speak first. And then I started looking at these helmets, and I figured we're going to work from the inside out. And then he said, well, maybe Coach Blankenship will go first. And I said, well, we're the visiting team, so I got a feeling I'm going to go first. So here we are. We're excited for Delhi Charter to be in this event. Coach Rayleigh, who was the first head coach in program history, he is my principal. And when Ms. Thurman called and said, Coach, the invite's there if you guys want it, didn't have to think about it. I went straight to his office and Coach Clark, our athletics director, and I said, guys, we're in the Bayou Jamb. And Coach Ray looked at me. He said, man, I'm so happy for you. We've tried for years to get in. I'm glad you're in. It's a big deal. It's a big deal for our community. It's a big deal for the town of Delhi and Richland Parish. I can remember peon coaching at Rayville High School a long time ago when Rayville was in this event. I remember standing on the sideline and my shoes melting because of the heat. And I just remember looking at some of the coaches that mentored me and said, man, if I ever get an opportunity to have my own program, I want to be in this event. And so we're just crazy excited to share this moment with our kids. And then some of these coaches, man, these coaches are phenomenal. Some of them have been mentors to me professionally, whether they realize it or not. And I just hope they know that they are important to me. And then the guys that I don't know personally, I'm looking forward to the opportunity to getting to know you. Yes.
Coach, you can sit down now. They all saw you. Coach Ridgway is first year guy, and you know, I'm going to take a shot at a few of these guys, but he's off the hook because it's his first year. The next guy I'm calling up played for me at Jonesboro Hodge. I'm going to try to be nice. Coach Blankenship.
Once again, I want to just reiterate on everyone that says about Miss Patty Thurman. She doesn't want us to recognize her up here. She sent a text out this morning, but I still have to give her flowers while she's here because I really, really enjoy coming here. I've been head coach since 13, and Coach Penner was before me, and Coach Shannon Brown, and they were in this event. So I think we've been here probably almost every year, and I've had some offers to get out, play other teams, make some money, but it's not about that. You know, it's about my kids and my community getting this experience, and I really love it. But for those that don't know, Ms. Thurman comes to Baton Rouge with the coaches and ADs and the principals in January. So she's still working, even though it's not, August up here for ULM. So thank you, Ms. Thurman, once again. And, we love you. We thank you for all that you do. And with me, I have my 3 seniors here that I have. To my left, number 3 is Dakota Knox. He's my quarterback. He's my running back. He's my punter. He's my strong safety. Small school is what you have to do. And then beside him is number 7, Landon Boston. He's my running back, and he's my linebacker. And to the left, to my right here is a special young man who just received Tyler's Award. I want to thank his dad and his committee for doing that. But he's a special young man. He's a senior. All 3 of these guys are 4-year guys. But he's also an ordained minister, and he's been ministering since October of 2023. So we need some guys on our team, and he's there to try to keep us in line a little bit, but he's also a spirited young man, and I'm proud of all 3 of these guys. But there are also 6 other seniors that I left behind. So, this year right here, we look forward. Miss Patty called me, and she's like, "You mind playing Dale High Charter? Play him during the season." I said, "Does he want to play me?" And she was like, "Yeah." I said, "Well, it's fine with me." I said, "There are a lot of other teams in the Bayou Jamb that plays that day and then turns around and play again." I'm old school. Coach Pender told you, he coached me. Every year we play wrestling in the jamboree, and then we turn around 3 weeks later and we play them at home, so on the road. So I'm used to the old school ways. It's just this new stuff. People don't like to play each other 2 or 3 times, but it's fine with me. But we look forward to the challenge that Dale High Charter brings us this season. We played them last year and came up a little short at their place. So we're going to go out and try to get better. We survived the pillar fight, like Coach Wilson said. I played him and Doggone Woods in the scrimmage game Friday, so no one is injured. We're all back ready to play. So we're going to try to get better this week and just get ready for this 10-game season that we have coming up. And once again, I want to thank everybody for inviting us here and for all these coaches up here that helped me along this journey, because trust me, wearing these hats and these shoes, we need all the help we can get in this day and time with these parents. And I don't mean to call the parents out, but I'm just calling it like I see it.
Coach, you mentioned all the things that Knox did, your quarterback. Can you get him to get his CDL? Maybe he can drive the bus. It does everything else. I'm going to tell you this. I coached high school football for 33 years. There's not a better job in the world than being a high school football coach. I loved it, and now I work for the High School Athletic Association. I've been to some of these schools to check. In fact, Tuesday I'm going to be at Jared Ball's school to check their records. So, they're going to be real nice to me today. But I loved being a high school football coach. There's so many things that you touch kids' lives, and it means a lot, and these guys understand that. Our next coach coming up, now, I said I was going to be nice, and I will, coach a guy from Richwood. But it might turn in a minute.
Thank you, Coach. For the 3rd time, we want to thank Patty Thurman and Bayou Jamb for all they do for these high school athletes and for putting on an awesome event. My first year as head coach, the first person I called was Patty for the jamboree, and I said, "Patty, we got to get in the jamboree." And she said, "Okay, Coach, well, next year I'll let you know." So we're in Baton Rouge, and she sends me a text, and she said, "Coach, I got you lined up with West Monroe." So I waited before the response, like, "Patty, we can't play West Monroe." "Oh, Coach, they're young this year." I said, "Yeah, we can't play West Monroe this year." So she got us matched up with Oak Grove last year, which was a good game for our guys and good experience. We look forward to the opportunity to play Mangum this year. They're a well-coached team, athletic, with a lot of tradition. So we look forward to going out there and competing against those guys. We also play 2 weeks later, so Coach is probably going to be based just like we will. So to introduce the guys, to my left, we have Christian Miller. He's a defensive tackle. He also plays offensive line for us. He's been dedicated to Richwood for 4 years. It's been a pleasure to watch him grow and become the young man that he is today. So I just look forward to seeing him do great things even after this season. To the right, we have Marcus Van Buren. He's also a senior. He's an inside linebacker and plays tight end for us. He's also been dedicated to our program for 4 years. And it's just been a pleasure to coach these guys. I wish I could have brought all my seniors today, but I couldn't. But we look forward to this season, getting things turned around. We were pretty young last year, but the guys have stuck with it, bought into the process, and we're pretty excited to see where we go this year. Thank you.
I don't know about y'all sitting out there in the audience. I don't see how these teams up here can lose a game. I mean, they loaded. I mean, man, that's some beef. And I looked at Gene Ponty's son sitting back here on the back row. Thank God his talent came from his mama. Because Gene couldn't bust a grape when he played. So the next guy coming up is Coach Wilcher from Mangum. Me and him have been friends, but after he gets through talking, you might not think we're friends. Come on up, Coach Wilcher.
Come up front so you're not behind me. I don't trust you behind me. Just glad to be here, and I really had to, I know everybody's been thanking Patty, but I really have to thank her because we wasn't in it last year, and I called her back, and I told her I made a mistake. And y'all don't know how hard it is for a coach to admit he made a mistake. And we got out of the Bayou Jamb, but she graciously let us back in this year, and I appreciate that very much because I did make a mistake. Probably the first one I've ever made, but I made a mistake. You know, Mangum's very excited to be here. Got two guys with me, and I got a little, this is working too, isn't it? I don't like it. Yeah. I got a little story about both of them. You know, Reggie right here. Oh, where you at, Reggie? Reggie right here, number 12. Reggie Roberson, he just got committed to Northwestern State with a full ride at cornerback, and we're excited about that. But the story I have to tell about him is his dad passed away his freshman year, and his dad was very involved with sports. He's got a twin brother. They both play for us, baseball and football, but his daddy was right there every time. Very good man. And I remember when he passed away, like I said, Reggie was a freshman, and Reggie was at school the next day. I said, Reggie, come on, man. Him and his brother. I said, need to take a little time off. He said, Coach, during football season, you know, he said, and my dad would want me here. That's why I'm not taking off. So he was mature above his age, and just really respect him. And that's, you know, one of the great things that we talk about football all the time, but it's more to it than football. And Reggie's a great young man, and he's going to do great things at Northwestern, so very proud of him. Next one also, Willie is our running back. We're growing big down there. You see that. But Willie came to us his sophomore year, and Willie had kind of went through the same thing. He'd lost his father and had taken a different road, and Willie came to us and never played football before. And he said, Coach, I want to play football. I said, well, Willie, we got to check some things out. I said, first of all, you're coming in as a sophomore, and you got people like Joey. You know, he's not eligible as a sophomore coming into Mangum because he turned us in. But anyway, we'll get past that. But I told Willie, I said, look, here's what we're going to do. We got to get your grades up. We're going to put you in the weight room with us, let you work out with us, and we're going to see how it goes from there because, you know, I didn't think it would work out. I really didn't. And Willie now has a 3.5 as a senior. He's also been with us 2 years as a player now after his sophomore year. So he did the things necessary to do it, and it's just a testament to them and going through some tragedy there early in their lives and overcoming that. And I'm really proud of these two young men right here, and that's why I brought them today. Willie received the scholarship, really appreciative of that. And so that's just a little bit about them I wanted to share because they're very special to me, and it's not football related. It's just the things that they've overcome and what they poured into us as coaches, and seeing some things from them, and other kids notice it too, and they're our two leaders on our football team. Get a little bit about Mangum. Coach Geis, yeah, we play in 2 weeks. So I'd be ready for wishbone, and we're going to do a lot of kneeling, okay? We're going to work on special teams, basically. That's all we're going to work on. But we do play them in 2 weeks. I'm very excited about that and playing them on Friday night. Our kids are excited. Like I said, Patty letting us back into Bayou Jamb. I heard chatter around the locker room that it's going to be a huge crowd. Now, I'm sitting there listening to this, and I'm going, Mangum, huge crowd, and plus they don't like me. So I don't know how they were getting a huge crowd out of it. And then one of our players said, well, Coach, Neville and Rustin play after us, so we figured their fans are going to be in there, so we get to play in front of a huge crowd. So they're excited about that. So, but a little bit about our football team. We're kind of young. We're getting better. Like Coach said, it was a pillow fight Friday night, and I think all three coaches agree on that in the scrimmage. I don't think there was a lick passed until we was trying to get on the bus and we had a kid fall trying to get up steps. But other than that, he's injured. But other than that, it's okay. That was the only lick that was passed that night. And that's not against them or anything like that. I just think everybody was just running around in circles. But anyway, we're excited about the season, and we'll try to get better. And just excited. And like I said, thanks again to Patty. Guys, y'all want to talk? Nothing? Okay, crickets on that, so they're not going to talk. Y'all have any questions about Mangum football? Crickets on that. See, that's what I'm talking about, so that's good. So that's how you handle it in your first year, okay? Remember that. Learn something there, okay? I knew he had it covered because he was nervous when he walked in the door, but I'm going to turn it back over to him and let him go.
To him? Yeah. That's what he called me. Well, I got a story about Jason Thompson. Jason Thompson's sitting right over here, and I guess he thought he was going to get by with it, but when I was coaching at Jonesboro Hodge, I was 27 years old. I was a head freshman coach. And I'm thinking I'm fixing to go to Calhoun because they opened up a school named West Washita. So I'm going to go there to coach. So I'll go over there and start working spring training. And this is what almost sent me out of coaching. I did 33 years. Y'all know a guy named Kurt Franham, the trainer at West Monroe, and Jason Thompson. Those two guys, coaching them guys, I'm thinking, why did I go into this profession? Because they were horrible. They couldn't play dead in the Western, them two. Terrible. And dumb as a box of rocks. I'm thinking, I don't know why I went into coaching. But Jason, yeah, I see you kind of made it a little better now. But you got a school board member, Mike Beatty, sitting out here. He coached for me 19 years. That was the biggest mistake I ever made, hiring him. The next coach coming up is Coach Andrevine from Cedar Creek. Come on up, Coach.
Once again, I want to thank Patty for all the work that she's done this week and all of her staff. I mean, it's truly awesome. I've got to see this over the last couple of years. This is our fourth year in a row at the Bayou Jamb, and I got to see all of the head coaches I've been under. They seemed a little bit stressed this week, and I couldn't imagine why. And now I see it, so I'm getting to live it firsthand. And but Patty, thank you for all the work you do behind the scenes. This is truly an awesome event for communities all to come together and really just put the focus and the spotlight on these players and high school football as a whole. You know, I want to thank these two guys behind me. These two guys, I have Blake Robinson on my left, Bryce Martin on my right. You know, obviously, if you've been keeping up with headlines, things like that in Cedar Creek, we've had a lot of turnover over the years. And I think I'm the fifth or sixth head coach in the last 5 years. So I want to thank these two guys for sticking with it. You know, they were they're 4-year players. They stuck it out. It's really easy for a guy to see a program with a whole lot of change, whole lot of turnover, just not want to give their all. And I couldn't think of two better guys that give their all, you know, day in and day out. So thank you to these two guys behind me and the commitment that they've given to Cedar Creek football over the years. Like I said, this is our fourth year. I'm glad that we get to play somebody that's a little bit more comparable to us in terms of, in size and speed. I think the very first year we got blessed with playing Evangel, and we had maybe 30 kids on the team. So I'm glad that we get to play somebody that's just a couple of minutes up the road from us. But other than that, I am looking forward to it. This is an exciting event. I'm excited, to be the head coach at Cedar Creek. This will be my 10th year total at Cedar Creek. I have when a new coach comes in, obviously he has to build trust, and already having the trust, watching these guys play through their Pee Wee years all the way through high school, it's a pretty special thing. So I'm looking forward to watching these guys play their senior year, and I'm just excited. I can't think of any other words to say besides that. I'm just excited to be a part of head coach of Cedar Creek football. So thank y'all.
Well, I found out something about him, Coach Andevine. He's an Arkansas fan. So I was wondering how that kid's shoulder's doing that hit that baseball off the shoulder during the LSU ball game. I was wondering how he's doing health-wise. Not good. Mike Beatty was standing in the bleachers pointing at that. And I'm sitting at home watching it on TV. I said, what's that idiot doing on TV? And he's on ESPN pointing to the guy for LSU to run home. Mike, thanks for coaching him up to score. The next guy we got coming up is, I've been knowing him a while. He's got a beautiful school, beautiful. Let's see where I'm Coach DeMoss from Darbone Woods.
Miss Patty, you should know us coaches are stubborn by now. We don't listen very well. We really do appreciate all you do. You make this a very, very easy process, so we do appreciate it. So introduce my guys here real quick. This is the first year I've kind of had a hard time picking, because I could look, we have 12 seniors this year, and I had a hard time getting these guys picked, because I could have brought any of them, and they would all, I just see them all as kind of on that same level with leadership and just their effort and their want to. They've kind of been with us since the turnaround at Darbone Woods. So first here, I have Noah Bacher. He's kind of the guy that's been with us for 4 years, but, this is the first year he's really getting out there and getting a chance to play. Now, he is fearless. It don't matter how big you are. If you come across that middle or if you're out there at receiver, he's going to come at you. He is not scared of anybody. So we really appreciate that effort he puts in. And then we got number 55, Oscar Alvarez. He's kind of one of our anchors on the offensive line. 3 year starter with us. Fought some knee injuries last year, but we're hoping we're going to stay healthy this year. But like I said, I could have brought any of those seniors out here this year, and it was just hard to pick. So like Coach Blankenship, Coach Wilcher said, we kind of had a pillow fight the other night, but I think they may have, snuck a few rocks in their pillows when they were hitting us a few times. But we are looking forward to playing Cedar Creek this year. We 7-on-7 with us a couple times this year, and even in just helmets, it got a little physical a few times. So I'm looking forward to a good physical ball game this year with them. Just kind of set the tone for the season. So, guys, thank you.
Now, coaches, we're going to have to get some of these players up here to the microphone. Now, we tired of hearing about some of the crap y'all talk about. I mean, it's the same old thing. How many times have we heard, oh, we're going to be young. Oh, we're so young, pillow fighting. And they're going to be playing for a state championship. We tired of hearing that. We want some players to talk. So the next coach up, Lord, we definitely need the players on this one. Coach Osborne from St. Fred.
Thank you. I did bring one player that he can talk. I'm not going to thank Patty. I've known Patty a long time, and I learned a long time ago that when women tell you to do something, you mind them.
So when my wife asks me to do something, I do it. I don't talk back. And if she don't want us to thank her, I won't thank her. But we appreciate it. I brought Clayton Turpin. He's number 21. He's a punter, receiver, DB. He's on the kickoff team, punt return team, kick receiving team. And he's just a hard worker. I mean, he's a great leader on our football team. Sometimes I got to tell somebody to go replace him, and he's like, no. And I said, when they come in to replace you, I want you to come off the field. You look like you're dragging. And he wants to go every snap. So he's just a hard-nosed kid that plays baseball and football at there I go, St. Frederick. Owen O'Neill is been dubbed the team leader on this football team. He's a hard-nosed running back, outside linebacker. He does a lot of things for us also. These two guys are going to help lead us to wherever we go. I wanted to mention I do know Joey, and of course I've never been fishing with him, which is probably a good thing.
All right, try it now.
I have played golf with him. Don't stand right or left or behind when he swings the club. The golf ball is likely to hit you. He was the golf coach. At this time, I'm going to let Clayton step up. I know he's got a few things he wants to say. And I appreciate, this is my first year at St. Fred's. I've been there since the end of April. It's been a wonderful thing for me and my family. It's rejuvenated me. People ask me all the time, how long do you think you're going to be there? I'll go at least one day longer than Coach Collins goes. He says he's got about 10 left in him, and that was about 2 years ago. So I'll go at least one day longer than him since he's the oldest here today.
I want to thank Coach T.O. for having us out. It's been 2 years since we played OCS, and I know last year we wanted Coach Boulder back to schedule him, and we got the opportunity. So I think it's going to be a good turnout Saturday, and I'm ready. So thank you.
Like Clayton said, we're excited for Saturday. We thank Coach T.O. for bringing us out here. Ever since he got here, he laid the foundation, and we just had his back ever since, and we're happy he's here, and we're ready to play under him.
Well, there's one thing for sure not going to get you in my fishing boat with me. It's throwing a rock at me, Coach Osborne. You out. Some of these guys I fished with before, and they're pitiful. I'm talking about pitiful. They couldn't catch them out of the live well. The next coach, speaking of that, the next coach is from a little community down south. He's from Gina High School. I was there last year. I checked their records also at Gina. They have a store in Gina that's the size of my pickup truck. But it's got everything hunting and fishing that you want. And Coach Roark told me that, and I said, I can't believe this. It's a little bitty thing, but he was right. And to come to find out, the guy that owned the store, I was just happened to be checking Gina's records. His son is a starting center at Gina. So I might or might not got a discount when I was in there. Coach Roark, come on up.
There's one thing about age that could get you. They say the memory's the first to go, huh?
No, I was waiting for you later. I got a reason.
Well, we're matched up against St. Fred.
I know. I wanted you after him. You'll see in just a minute.
Hey, before you say anything, I'll sit back down. You want me to sit back down?
No, go ahead.
Okay. Hey, Patty, that video that I sent you from earlier in the summer, we do have it queued up as a safety guard, right?
That's right.
So you know, trying to protect myself from Coach Pender there. We are excited to be in the Bayou Jamb again. Appreciate Patty and Chris and all the work that they do, the volunteers, the sponsors. It is a special event, and we're excited to be in it. Excited about matching up with crosstown rival St. Frederick. It's you know, we usually play each and every year. This past year, didn't know we were going to be in districts, not in districts, and stuff like that. But it's always a battle when we go with OCS and St. Frederick, and you know, just turn on film. They're solid on defense, offensively bringing the option attack that Coach Osborne had rolling for so many years at West Monroe. Is going to be a great challenge for our kids. And so, you know, this week we're trying to get out and get better each and every day. The two guys that I have with me here, I literally remember the day they were born. And that's one thing about being at one place for so long. But Luke Bedrain is our quarterback, and Micah Mosier is offense and defensive lineman. And they're both second-generation players at Ouachita Christian. Luke's dad, Drew, is our offensive coordinator, and he was the starting quarterback my first year as head coach. And Micah's dad, Tim Mosier, is our offensive line coach. And while he's a second-generation player, he's older than me, so I didn't coach him. So, but each of these guys are excellent students, excellent ball players, great leaders on our team, great leaders in their church and in this community. And so just very proud of them and the way that they represent Christ and OCS and just the hard-nosed football players that they are, again, leaders on our team. And so they have, you know, as far as Bayou Jamb experience, this will be their fourth to play in and their ninth overall to be on the field, because before they ever got into high school, they were ball boys for about 5 years. And so they have literally grown up around OCS football from the time they were born. We have pictures of them rolling around on the field, you know, as soon as they could walk. And so it's special to watch these guys grow up and become the young men that they are. And so, again, we're just excited about this opportunity to come out and compete in the Bayou Jamb this weekend. So any questions for media for these guys? All right. Coach Pender, just remember, all I got to do, I'm going to give a thumbs up, and they're going to cue the video from the summer. So.
Yeah, I got it. Okay. My nephew got married, and we all at the thing in Longview, Texas, was it? Fort Worth. Yeah, and we went to the party, and reception, and hold on, Coach, you had the microphone. It's over. And he and I watched him dance out on the floor. And I can tell you this, it was bad. It was bad. But I might have been worse, to tell you the truth. Now, here comes my friend, and I hope he has all his records right, because I'd love, well, let me tell you a story about Roar. When I went there the first time he was head coach, I said, Coach, I need to see your records. I need to see birth certificates, grades, all that. Well, he made 42 trips to the office to go get all that stuff. And I was nice to him. But, Coach, I won't be nice this time go around. Come on up, Coach Roar.
Just remember, I wasn't going to call you out on going out of turn there. I was just going to come up and do what I had to do. So when you're in the office a week or so, remember that. I want to thank Miss Patty again. I know she said not to, but thank you and all the staff, all the volunteers for having us back. We always enjoy it. I'm not sure how much we're going to enjoy this year's matchup. When she called me and said, we're going to put you against Ouachita, I said, Ouachita, are you sure? I said, they're a big school. They got a really big lineman that's going to Texas. And she said, it's going to be all right. I think it'd be a great matchup. I said, well, I'll do it. I said, as long as I don't have to sit by Benji at media day or take any pictures with him, we'll come up there and play them. But know Benji's one of my friends that I've known since college, and a guy that I talk to just about every week. We bounce ideas back and forth off each other, so we're excited about it. It's going to be a great matchup, and or at least we hope it is. It's going to be fun, a great learning experience either way. Brought with me today Kel Parker. He's a senior tight end, and Sid Wilson, a senior running back. Like one of the coaches said earlier, I probably could have bought a bunch of different kids, but these two kids are the ones that I chose. Kids that probably, and since coming up as 8th graders, coming to be freshmen, probably could count on one hand how many summer workouts they missed. Great leaders, not super vocal leaders, but guys that you never have to question their effort. And I was glad to bring them here to represent Jena High School today. We are looking forward to the Bayou Jamb. Great matchup with Ouachita. We know that's going to make us better, win or lose. We know it's going to be one of the most talented teams that we'll see all year, and our kids are excited about that. They're very hungry. They've been very close to making history the last 2 years for Jena High School. Actually have made history, but very close to getting over that hump, getting to make the trip down to New Orleans, and had a great off season, and very proud of the work they've put in. And Cedric worked on a speech all the way up here today, so I'm going to go ahead and let him. Not really. But thank y'all. Glad to be back, and we're looking forward to Saturday.
Coach Roark, Jena Giants. Have any of y'all ever been to Jena? Don't blink your eye, you'll miss it. Yeah, you're right through there. There's some good people there, but Coach Roark is not one of them. The next guy coming up, I coached in high school. And there's another one that's had me scratching my head. Kind of like the guy Jason Thompson, that we're, giving honors to today. He's the head coach at Ouachita, B.G. Lewis.
Hello? All right. Hey, I'm glad to be with y'all today. We always look forward to this event. Really think throughout the state it's top tier. I think, teams from all over, if you were there for meetings in January when we initially meet on this at the LHSAA, that you see there's interest from all corners of this state to be in, whether it, sometimes happen or doesn't. So we're so thrilled to once again be a part of what we think is really a premier event in the state. Thank you to the volunteers, I think, is who really needs a pat on the back. These guys, as you've heard, they show up, from Friday morning, and it's really a 48-hour, probably more than that push, and I think, that it gets lost sometimes. Our guys definitely don't see it, although from the time, like somebody mentioned, you get off the bus, you've got somebody with you, and you're not really wondering about anything. I got to mention, Coach Pender, everybody that he's coached is terrible, and I wonder if that has something to do with the common denominator in this whole deal, and that being the coach. But I enjoyed my time with Coach Pender and really enjoyed talking to him, and luckily he's not my LHSA rep yet, although he'll probably ask for that after this. And Coach Roark, as he mentioned, he's a guy that as I was leaving Jena was the first school that I worked at as a coach. As I was leaving, he was coming in, and we got to spend that spring together, and we've just stayed in contact throughout the years. Just a remarkable job that he's done down there. I would say a decade ago, probably not a lot of people, Jena was on their radar, and he's definitely made that change to where those guys, they didn't just trip and fall in the semifinals in back-to-back years. He's got one back here, he's got two of them, and he's doing what his ex-head coach, Mac Fowler, did, and he's sandbagging. He's got 2,000-yard running backs, and they know the big stage. And so, I've been able to follow them kind of just through him for the last few years, and I'm really, really pleased with what they've been able to do down there. The guys that I brought are some of those guys that I talked about in the first year that I stood here as head coach. We were preparing to put about 14 sophomores on the field as starters. And no doubt they were our best players, but we knew that there was going to be a trial by fire, so to speak. They stand here as seniors right now, and I couldn't be more proud of them. Not just the players they are, but the leaders they are. and have really, that senior class as a whole has taken over as they should and been leaders and guides for our whole team. First is the University of Texas commit. That's Dylan Berryman. Behind me is number 0. That's Orlando Fremont. We call him Odie. And I messed this up, guys. He won't be wearing this number on, I grabbed his old jersey, but this is our quarterback. He'll wear number 1 on Saturday, and that's Montreal Connor Jr. And I think, Odie, you want to say a couple of words? All right, thank you.
All right. You know, like Coach said, my name is Orlando Fremont, go by Odie, so I really don't have much to say, but, as most of you know, last season wasn't how we really wanted it. So I just wanted to say, ever since spring, we've been coming in working, scrimmaging good teams like Evangel and Parkway, and it start from the scrimmages to the Bayou Jamb. That's how the season gets started. So we've been working hard, putting our dedication on the field, and just ready to play. 275 miles.
Any questions from anybody? You don't want that. Thank you.
Number 48 could block the sun. How much you weigh, Biggin? 230 or 330? 330. Well, it was sure good to hear y'all talk. A young man from Washita, because I didn't want to hear nothing Benji had to say. The next guy coming up, now this was going to be hard. This was going to be hard because I have dealt with Oak Grove for years and years. And I hadn't met, well, I did. I went to New York City this summer. I'm country as a turnip green, and we took a vacation in New York City. Went to Broadway. Clay, is that right? Yeah, that's it. And we get on the get on the plane, we flying back from Atlanta, and there's a girl from Oak Grove getting on the plane, sitting right across from me. She, what's her name, Coach? Caroline Bradley. She's a player, 6'5" basketball player coming back from the national championship game. And she's flying back. So I started talking to her about Ryan Gregory and her daddy that coaches at Oak Grove and Vic Dalrymple that coaches at Oak Grove. I said, I hadn't met one that's intelligent yet. I mean, there are some simple-minded folks up there, but she has got some good grades, and she is an outstanding person. She leads the FCA at the school. Is that right, Coach? Yeah, she's a really good person, so we might need to get her out of that environment up there. Ryan Gregory, head coach, Oak Grove.
Thanks for the kind words, Coach Pender. Miss Patty, I'm not going to say everything I want to say because you keep looking at us every time we do, so I'm going to keep it short. But the Bayou Jamb means a lot to Oak Grove. We've been in it for a long time. I remember going to the press conferences with Coach Dalrymple and him teaching me how to act in public when you see Pender, how not to act in public. The only mistake you've ever made in the whole time is giving him the mic. But you did make up for it because I don't have to sit by Coach Fitzhugh anymore, so you made up for it on that. I want to thank a couple of people. Chris Thurman, where's he at? His crew on game day makes it absolutely incredibly easy for us coaches. I know we're the easiest to deal with on game day, obviously, but it makes it really easy. All the volunteers, the event really is something to behold, and people around the state ask us about it all the time. All the sponsors, the city of Monroe, ULM, obviously couldn't happen without them. Congrats to the Lifetime Achievement Award winners. I've never met Coach Sanders, never heard anything but good things. I do know Coach Thompson. I'm going to keep it civil because you kept it civil, but congratulations on that. And I wish he was here. I was going to give a thanks to the best compliance officer that we have, Keith Alexander, not Joey Pender. So, but he's not here, so we'll get that later. The guys I've got with me today, Peyton Sears won the scholarship award winner. Number 11, Cullen McIntosh, is a McNeese commit. And number 6 is Devin Franklin, ULL commit. These guys kind of embody our program, and we lost a lot to graduation last year. It's no secret. That was a good group. But these guys have picked up the slack. I mean, they're the reason why we're going to be competitive. They're the reason why our program continues to go on and on and on, because it's guys like this. They put the work in. They're great in the classroom. Very active in our FCA chapter. And I do want to give a shout out to Coach Fitzgerald. He didn't know I was going to do this, but if you're not plugged in FCA on your campus, it's been the best thing we've done in our campus. Mike Moat leads ours, but it's our whole attitude on campus has changed since we've made that a priority. So I just want to give a quick shout out to that too. But these guys behind me make up our program. They're the guys that you want leading your program, and we've got a big group of seniors this year coming back, even though we lost a lot to graduation last year. But we look forward to the challenge, because it's going to be a challenge against West Washita. Coach Rainwater and his group, they're ginormous. There's a bunch of guys built like Joey Pender up there getting off the ball. So it's going to be a challenge for us, but we're looking forward to it. Guys, Colin, you want to say something? You sure? I'm good. Okay. All right. Thank you all.
Okay, this next coach, I hope I don't embarrass her, but I want her to stand up. Coach Rainwater's wife. Would you please stand up? She's right there in the blonde hair. There she is. As you can see real clear, he outpunted his coverage. Lord, I've been knowing him a while. He thinks he's a golfer. Last year we were playing in a match, and Mike Beatty sinks a 25-foot putt. Rainwater misses a 3-foot putt. He blew it. Pressure got to him, didn't he, Mike? Couldn't feel his hand. Head coach from West Washita, Mike Rainwater.
Coach Osborne, you were right about don't stand to the right or to the left or behind him, because it's pretty dangerous when you're out there on the course. Patty, I'm going to do what I'm told, what you said. We're excited. This is our first year to be in it. For years, Patty tried to get us to come out, and just for whatever reasons, we didn't make it. But our guys are excited this year about the Bayou Jamb. We've been looking at it every year and seeing the competition that's in it, from Ruston to Neville, all the way down to Delhi Charter and the rest of the schools. So we are very excited about the opportunity to be in it. We're excited about playing a championship football program like Oak Grove. Coach Gregory's done a great job with them, getting them back to where they once were with Coach Dalrymple, and bringing state championships back to Oak Grove. So we're excited about the challenge. I didn't realize they were all Division I offers that were standing up behind us. We don't have all the 4 and 5 stars, but I see that you do. That worries me now. But behind me, I have Eli Cobb, plays free safety for us, senior. And I have Hayden Thrasher, plays center for us, senior. These guys play a large role in what we do on an everyday basis, not only in the locker room, but out on the field, and very thankful to have them. Coach Beatty's with us, our school board member. He's doing a bunch for us out there at West Washita, getting a new stadium, a new home side built right now. The other day, we finally swapped over and went to the visitor side and realized how nice it was not to have that sun in our face in the scrimmage against Union the other night. So thank you very much, Coach Beatty, for getting that making that happen for us, and just proud to be in the Bayou Jamb. Thanks, Patty, and hopefully we continue this throughout the years. Appreciate it.
Coach Carter. Is Coach Carter here? Okay. Coach Carter from, Denny Duron played at Louisiana Tech, and so did I. And I really wanted to talk about Tech. Forever loyal be Louisiana Tech Bulldogs, Mike Collins. Of course, he played for a school named after a wind direction, northeast. Come on up, Coach Carter.
Well, obviously, I'm the oddball out. I'm not white-headed, but I'm honored to be here for Coach Denny Duron. He's having some knee operation today. Literally, he's having it today. So I'm his assistant head coach, and I'm always honored to cover for him. I really honor him. Yesterday was his birthday, so he's just having a great time now at, what, 74? I want to say thank you, Miss Patty, for everything. Thank you so much for allowing us to be here. I remember when our program went down after Dawson went on, took the job at Tulane during the COVID year. I got a call from Miss Patty and wanted to get us in to Bayou Jamb. We weren't ready then, but the following year, I think we went in and we played Cedar Creek and had some success. So we're just grateful to be here. I love the camaraderie with you all and what y'all got going on. It's pretty cool. So I didn't get on the roast list because I'm the new guy here. That's all right, but I love it. I am an out-of-towner. I did went to Grambling. I graduated, but I'm from Florida, so I've been here the last 7 years and been a part of Evangel. I feel like I'm a part of this new beginning. We went down in 2020. We had, previous year we graduated about 24 seniors, and we started off with some incoming ninth graders, and it was rough. But I've heard a lot of history about Evangel, but being there in 2020, I really feel like it was a rebuild, and I've been there since. And I'm telling you, there's been some incredible things that has been done, including getting the top quarterback and this young man behind me that I will introduce in a second. So I'm just grateful to be here, and we're thankful for that program. Behind me, I have Damari Drake, who's a senior running back and linebacker. Damari been with us since the 8th grade. He's played on varsity ever since. He's a leader, but Damari is more so a leader on the field. What happens is once he put that helmet on, it's different. He's a general out there, and you got to follow him, and that's what we love about him. Of course, we have Peyton Houston here, highly recognized quarterback. Peyton came to us his 9th grade year, and we're honored. You see a lot of things that happen around him, but what I want to tell you is this young man, he's incredible inside and out. He's a great student athlete and a great leader. And so we're just grateful to be here today. And, I want to give a shout out to Coach Collins, who always, out of everybody over here, Coach Collins, I do connect with him. We do schedule games from freshman games up to JV. So thank you for always answering my call. Fellow G-Man, D-Mac, right? It's good. We get to square off on Saturday night. So, hey, I'm just grateful to be here, and thank you all for having this, or appreciate this Bayou Jamb. Thank you.
Coach Carter, Coach Carter, you mentioned nice things about Coach Collins. When it gets his turn, I won't have many nice things to say. The next coach coming up, I listened to him speak at McClendon Baptist Church. Did a great job there, and I think a lot of him, Coach D-Mike.
Good afternoon. There we go. First off, I want to thank the Thurman family. I'm not going to individualize just Miss Patty. I know the commitment that her entire family's done. I've watched them all work through the Bayou Jamb over the years, and it's a family-oriented business, and they do an outstanding job of providing this platform for coaches and players in our community. It's an outstanding platform for players to display their skills, coaches to highlight their programs. It's a wonderful venue. And again, we want to personally thank Miss Patty and her family and the Bayou Jamb for allowing West Monroe to be a part of it. Second thing I want to do is I want to shout out my man, Coach Thompson over here. I had the privilege and honor of working under Coach Thompson his first year at Sterlington High School. I learned a lot of good traits from him from a coaching standpoint, just from being a good person. A lot of those things I carry with me every day in life, and so thank you, Coach Thompson, well deserved. At the same time, I want to thank Evangel for being a part of this, and we look forward to our matchup with them. We'll pray for Coach Durham. Hope he has a speedy recovery. Anything you need from us, don't hesitate to call. And we got some JV games scheduled with you all as well, so let's keep that going. And I appreciate you shouting out to Grambling. We got another Grambling guy up here, Coach Cory, if y'all didn't know. So Grambling University is well represented. Like I said, I'm Coach Dodser of West Monroe High School. It's my first year, first time in the Bayou Jamb as a head football coach, and It's a tremendous honor to serve this school and community. This is a wonderful platform. This is a great venue for players, and so if you love football, I know you're excited about this time of year, whether you're a coach, a parent, a fan, aunt, uncle. A lot of hard work goes into everything that goes into what you see on Saturdays and Friday nights, and so to have this platform to showcase our skills from coaching levels to player levels, we're truly appreciative of that. We returned a large senior class at West Monroe High School. We've had a really good off-season starting back in January, and so our players and our staff is excited about getting out and starting the season. And the Bayou Jamb is just kind of that first step as we transition into the season, and so we look forward to it. And so this thing's really about the players and all these guys behind me, wonderful players. We believe in player development. And so, like I said, we returned a large senior class, and I brought 3 of those guys. We have about 42 seniors on our team this year. And these guys are going to come up, they're going to introduce themselves, and they're going to tell you from their perspective as a senior player what it means to perform in the Bayou Jamb for the last time.
So I'm Christian Pawnee. I'm a running back at West Monroe, and obviously it's a privilege playing here. And I'd like to appreciate Miss Patty and everyone else that's been working this past week and the whole year. But one of the things that our head strength coach told me the other day, and he told our whole team, is that good teams have good coaches who lead, and what separates good teams from great teams is that we have players and coaches who are willing to lead. So that's one of the big things that we're going to focus on this year. And go Rebels.
Good afternoon. No, I'm Ty George. I play offensive line at West Monroe, and I just want to thank Miss Patty Thurman for, letting us be in the Bayou Jamb, and it's a great experience. And our elder alumni coaches at West Monroe, they always tell us about Evangel, the rivalry. They make it seem like it's Michigan versus Ohio State. So I think it's an amazing experience to be a part of that rivalry. We just can't wait to play them, and, go Rebels.
Good afternoon. My name is Brody Thurman. I'm a senior defensive end at West Monroe, and my mom, Patty Thurman, I know better, so I'm not going to thank her, but I will say that about 20 years of stuffing bags and folding shirts does get pretty old, so I'm sure we'll keep this on after I graduate. But playing at West Monroe means a lot to us. As it's no secret, this is our 4th head coach in 4 years. Us seniors, we're embracing it, and all the puzzle pieces are coming together. Nobody's picked us to win anything this year, and we're right where we want to be. So we're excited. We're going to be dangerous this year. Go Rebs.
Any questions? No questions. Coach Guys, you got a question? You good? All right. We got a 1:30 staff meeting too.
Coach Osborne told me that he taught this young man, number 77, stand back up, Bigman. He taught him in driver's ed. He said the car hadn't been the same since. Next guy coming up also played for me, and he played quarterback. His mental state was a linebacker, and it hadn't changed much. Jared Ball, Ruston High.
Thank you, Coach Pender. That wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
I appreciate that. I'm going to take this time and not thank Patty and Chris for all they do. No, I really want to tell them I think this event, just like a lot of these other guys have said, is a class act, and we do appreciate it. Appreciate the sponsors, the volunteers, the Braddock family, just all the people that it takes to put an event like this together. It's pretty unbelievable that you can get this many head football coaches on the same page to be able to get that done in 2 days without a lot fighting, and I know it takes some fighting for you with us. You know, I'm the world's worst about not answering text messages and returning phone calls, but we do enjoy it. Looking forward to it. Anytime you put Rustin and Neville out on the field, or really anywhere together, there's going to be some competition involved, and I don't feel like this year will be any different. It's always, I like playing them early in the year like this. It'll give you an indication of how good a football team you've got. And you know, we'll see right where we're at, you know, Friday about 9:30. I'll know we need to scratch some things and regroup, or maybe we're headed in the right direction, but I'll know that after getting on the field with those guys. And so we are looking forward to it. I brought two guys with me. Let's see. Trendon Moore is on my left, and Lander Smith is on my right. They're two senior football players that are a great representation of what it is we expect our guys to do on and off of the field, and I can't think of two better guys to have brought with me. We got a bunch of them, but we were supposed to only bring two, is what I was told. So these guys, they are going to speak too.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming out, and everybody knows what this game is going to be. It's us and Neville. Doesn't matter what the teams have had in the past. It's always going to be a good game, and just ready to go.
I mean, I don't really have much to say. I'm just glad to be here. I'm just ready to show everybody what we're capable of. So.
Thank y'all again. Do y'all have any questions for these guys or me? Thank you.
Well, we get down to the last one, and it's a reason he's last. How many of y'all get worried about concussions, about your kids getting concussions when they play high school football? Yeah. Well, that's a prime example of concussion down there on the end. He's been in a lot of huddles, and he's been rocked. So his daddy, me and Beatty, coached for his daddy at West Washita, Pat Collins. Couldn't ask for a nicer guy to coach for. We love coaching for him. I don't know what happened to Mike. Mike Collins, head coach at Neville. I'm going back, Coach.
Can I have that mic?
No.
Thank y'all. Everybody's calling her Miss Patty. I mean, she's young enough to be my daughter, so I guess I'm the elder statesman here. As you well know, there are people here that obviously I recruited to come play college football for us. Some I have coached. Some I sat in their homes and tried to convince them that our place was the best place in America, no matter where I was. And now I see them coaching. I see them being the leader of the FCA. I see them being assistant superintendent of Washita Parish, which, by the way, he had the opportunity. Jason coached both of my two kids, and they're both coaches now as well. So again, you can tell I can't operate my phone. It kept ringing down there and buzzing while everybody was trying to talk. So you can see where I stand as far as electronics. But very proud to be here and represent Neville High School. And Patty and Chris do a tremendous job, as we all well know. And my hat's off to them just for all the hard work that goes into this thing. It's incredible. I've seen it from all different perspectives, from being a college coach to being a high school coach to being just a fan as well. And just a tremendous venue for high school football players and coaches to play in, and which makes it just an unbelievable event. What I have with me today is two fantastic young men. Both have committed to play college football. On my right is Juju Burns, who's going to the University of North Carolina, and Trey, I coached his daddy too. Jaden Reed, he's committed to the University of Louisiana Lafayette. And both those two guys represent us and represent us well. They're both fantastic football players, but as well, you don't go to college nowadays without academically doing a great job in the classroom, and both these two guys have done a tremendous job. As far as the ball game, we always look forward to playing in this event.
and especially who we have to play. There's one thing about it. I know Jared's team will be a very, very tough football team, very physical, and it'll let you know a lot about your football team in the end of the day. And that's why we like playing them. And obviously we'll play them later on in the year as well. But it's a great test for our players to be able to show our toughness or lack of toughness, and we'll figure that all out. Our motto this year for our kids was, we're going to worry about one thing, and everybody asked me about the Central game and so on and so forth, but we're worried about us, and that's what our concentration is on, is what do we do, how do we do it, do we do it the right way, and do we do it the way it's supposed to be done? And that's the most important thing to us, is us. And now I'm going to let these young men talk to you a minute. Here you go. Come on, get up there.
I really don't got much to say. Just go Tigers.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jaden Reed, senior at Neville High School. I play defensive back, and I've been here all 4 years. So one thing about the matchup is it's going to be great. It's a rivalry that has been going on way before I was born, probably my parents too. So I'm looking forward to playing the Bearcats in the jamboree, and go Tigers.
Any questions? Thank you.
There's one guy I want to point out. It's Chris. He's getting up right now with a blue shirt, walking across the back. Chris Thurman. I don't know if 35 years ago I was coaching at the LSU football camp. And they said everybody's got a room together. Well, that was my roommate 35, 40 years ago. So I know he looks old, but I don't. I wish, Juju, when you said you don't have much to say, I wish your coach didn't have much to say. Sometimes he talks a little too much. I'm turning it back over to y'all.
Thank you, Coach Pender. All right, folks, want to remind you that this is sort of a sneak peek of what's going to happen at Bayou Jamb. As we wrap up Media Day today, I'm excited to announce that Fan Jamb Week is now officially underway. So don't miss our Salute to Service event on Thursday. Our Taste of the Tailgate is tomorrow at noon. It's in the room right behind us here at the A. Pierce Convention Center. And there are a lot of other events going on during the week. Media members, don't forget to pick up your media passes or you're not going to be able to get in. Coaches, you've got bags. They've got all your stuff in them. Stick around. The players that got the big checks, stick around. We got a big check picture with all of y'all we got to get. We got to get a coach's picture, and we got to get some other picture too. So we'll get all those pictures in just a moment, and I think we got some footballs to sign too. So we'll wrap up. A big thank you to Ouachita Valley Federal Credit Union for being today's Media Day sponsor. Thanks to our new partnerships this year with our two new title sponsors, Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys, Origin Bank, AT&T, and Hargrove Roofing and Construction. Thank you all. To our sponsors, our coaches and players, and our media, thank you for your support in helping us launch another great football season this year. It's been a great day. Real quick, a couple of other things you need to know. The gates open at 4 o'clock on Friday, 10 a.m. on Saturday. And there's stuff going on out in the Grove all day. Tickets are available for $12 at our participating schools. If you wait till the day of the event, they're $15. They'll cost you a little more. The Taste of the Tailgate, next door, lunch tomorrow. Remember, the LHSAA has a clear bag policy. Tell your fans that, especially your moms, so they don't try to sneak their purse in with stuff. They may have a hard time getting in. Tailgate spots are still available. And also, players, we've got lunch for you today, courtesy of Gene's Helping Hands. And so we're going to do lunch in just a moment. Coaches, stay here for a group photo. And that concludes Bayou Jamb Media Day. Stay up to date at BayouJamb.com. Download the Bayou Jamb app. I'm Cory Crowe. Hope you all have a great day. Hope you have a great week. We'll see you this weekend. Thanks.